budget friends, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa and we're here to do a quick budget check-in on our budget here in YNAB. So today is Thursday, October 17th. We're not getting paid this week. Our payday is 1 week away, but we need to take a look, see what's going on with the budget, see if we have everything covered between now and the next time we get paid, and just see where our money is going. So let's just jump in. I do see there is one overspend category right here, but I highly doubt that it's an overspend category. Let's jump into all of our categories or accounts here and take a look. So the first up is a check that was cashed. Check 450 was cashed for $2,500. Right off the bat, I know that that is my rent check. So I'm just going to go ahead and change the payee here to the landlord and then approve this transaction. Next, there is movements between my inflow and my bills account of $5. So I'm just going to approve the next two transactions because that's what both of those transactions are saying. The same thing of the $5 movement between those two accounts. Next up is deposit at the branch. As you can see, there's a check deposit here at the branch. That is the payee that YNAB pulled in automatically from the bank. But I can tell you that this is a refund from my dental insurance. So if you guys do remember, I did go to the periodontist and do an extraction last year. It's about a month already, and I was waiting for the dental insurance to reimburse me. So the total spent was $1,950, and so far they've sent me $848. Now I had a bit of a problem with them because there was a 3-step process that the periodontist did. First, he extracted the tooth. Then he did a bone graft because I'm looking to do an implant in the area. And then he did some tissue regeneration just to make sure my gum had as much substance to it when he's ready to do the implant. So when he sent everything into the insurance sent the EOB or the explanation of benefits telling me that they didn't approve the tissue regeneration because it wasn't supposed to be done at the same time that the extraction and the bone graft was done. It was supposed to be 2 separate appointments. So now I had an issue because I was like, listen, to create less trauma on a patient, why would a dentist or periodontist do one procedure and then turn around and go back and do another procedure on the same area instead of just doing everything in one fell swoop, which is what my periodontist did, just so he could not be in my mouth too often, So they told me that I could appeal, and I did tell them to put in an appeal. So I'm waiting for the result of that. I only did it yesterday. So because I received the check the day before, and I'm waiting for them to, sort that out because the tissue regeneration was an $800 charge by the periodontist, and they were going to pay out $511. So I'm like, why would I give up $511? If I can appeal it and get that money, I'm down for it. So another thing that I did notice, the original charge that I had received from a periodontist was $2,250, but I was able to get them to give me a $300 discount. Well, when they billed the insurance, they billed it for the total amount of $2,250, which on my part, that's very good. Hopefully they do pay out that additional $500 and I think $10 or $11 it said. So I'm waiting for that to happen. But as of right now, I do have $848 that I did receive from them. This next one that's up that needs to be approved is from BCCC, which is the after school program. I did write a $20 check to them and they finally cashed one of those checks. I think there is an additional 2 checks that's out that I'm waiting for them to cash. All right, so that's it. I don't think I have anything else up. Okay, so upgrade, I did pay the full payment. So I'm going to approve this one and then jump over into the budget and just give you guys a run through of what has happened so far. So why am I still showing 2,500? Oh, I do see. So let's go back. They're giving me a duplicate transaction for the rent because I did go in and put in the rent before, but because they pulled it in and they had a separate or a different, what would you call it, payee, they did pull it in a second time. So I'm just going to delete this transaction because I didn't pay my rent twice. No, no. So I'm just going to clear this one and then we should be good. So let's jump back over to the budget. And why is it not showing that $848 that I received? This should be in ready to assign. Oh, it went to personal products. Really now? Oh no, we need to put that up to ready to assign. All right, so there we go. That's $848 that we have to play around with. So since receiving the check, I have been toying with the idea because my Chase card was a card that I charged the periodontist bill on. And if you do remember, when I took out that balance transfer loan, I did pay a chunk of a payment to my Chase card of $852.35. Now, I am at a crossroad because I don't know if I really want to put the additional monies that I just received, even though that's what it's earmarked for. I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm just going to run through the budget and talk with you guys as to what has happened. So, rent fully spent, electric, HB Inc., Peloton, and Google is actually fully spent. They did take out the $2.16, but I have this 84 cents that is not assigned to anything because I did budget $3. So I could really send this to ready to assign to find something to do with this here. Okay, renter's insurance, I'm not doing anything with it this month. We're going to worry about that next month. iCloud storage, I still have $10 here. And Sirius XM, I still have $8 because those are due on the 26th. Let's change this because my iCloud is now due on the 26th. So let's change this due date. All right, so that's it for the monthly bills, as in money that's already assigned. We still have to pay our cell phone bill and our internet bill. So I can say that my cell phone is less than what I thought it was going to be. So I did budget, or I do have my target here set up for $260. But the cell phone bill is coming in at $221.28. That's what it's coming in at. And I did realize that T-Mobile gave me a $15 credit for being a good customer. So I am not complaining. So that's something that we're going to have to pay between now and the end of the month. And the next one up is my Optimum, my internet bill. So the internet, I think it came in at $83.50. I'm not 100%. I'm waiting for it to load and I'll be able to tell you guys the exact amount. Yes, so my internet bill is coming in at $83.50. So we'll worry about those with the next paycheck because I'm thinking, I don't know what I really want to do with this $848 just yet. Do I really want to put it towards the bills or do I really want to throw it to the credit card? But let's continue to move on just to check in with the numbers so far. So student loan, one main, upgrade, and lending club, everything in the main focus is fully spent. Paid and spent, I don't have to worry about anything. But let me tell you what has happened with upgrade. So the last time I was here doing the paycheck budget, I did tell you guys that I was going to assign half for upgrade and a third of my auto loan payment. When I went in to pay the upgrade payment or half of the upgrade payment, they wouldn't let me pay a half. They were telling me that I had to call into customer service instead of paying it online or in the app, that I had to wait. So I decided, you know what? Let me just go ahead and pull the money back from the auto loan and pay the full payment to upgrade. And then we'll worry about the auto loan at a later date, which is what I did. So you could see here, there's $660 that was paid out to upgrade because I made that minimum monthly payment of $630. And lending club, that is also fully paid for the month of October. And because I did pay them so early, you guys, it cut down so much on the interest, which I'm very happy about. So into the credit card section, everything is paid up. Marcus, Discover, Mattress Firm, nothing on Famous Footwear, nothing on Carter's. Chase, I do have a balance left on Chase, which is $1,055.62. That's the one that I'm thinking about, assigning this money to because that's where the bill or the expense was charged to. Capital One, number one, there's nothing due on this card, but there's $164 here in available. This is for what the periodontist charge because I didn't change the card that it was charged to, and I'm telling myself that I'm just going to write it out because there's going to be four more payments until I'm done paying for the periodontist. I will be going into the periodontist today, and I may have them switched from this card to maybe my Apple card or maybe even my debit card, just so there's nothing being charged on this. The only good thing about this one, so the $164, it's not fully cleared on the credit card, so I can't make a payment. So that's why it's still sitting here in available for Capital One number one. But because I did charge it to the card, there should be a little bit of cash rewards coming back because Capital One number one does earn 1.5% cash back on all purchases. So I think $2.40 something cents it works out to be every month should be coming off this amount for me to zero the card back out. So I think I will change this when I go into office today and have them put it on a different credit card, maybe my Apple card, just for the additional four payments that's left. We'll see. Next is Capital One number two. So I still have a little bit of payment to make to this card so I can pay the minimum payment because let's click on it and see what YNAB is asking for. $62.59. This is just to make the payoff due date of June 2027. Technically, my minimum payment that I'm left to pay or the amount that I'm left to pay to satisfy the minimum payment is about $12 or $13. So we'll assign that before the due date comes around. And my Apple card, I do need to go ahead and make a minimum payment. So even though I have paid off the balance because I do use this card to buy gas, I did use it to buy groceries, I do use it to pay different bills, and I then pay them off because they're budgeted expenses. It satisfied the minimum payment on the card, but not only that, it allows me to not pay interest because I do clear the whole balance on this card before the statement closed. So I do have a minimum payment to pay, and I will assign that with our next paycheck. Okay, so into the transportation section, you can see that I do need to pay my auto loan. And even if I do decide to use this money to do that, I don't have enough because I would still need, I'm just going to go ahead and assign this to auto loan for it to tell me how much I will need in addition if I did go ahead and assign that money there. I will still need $91.23. And I don't think I have $91.23 in the budget to put towards this. I'm waiting to see if hubby, he has not given me that $500 back. I actually asked him about that this morning. So we'll see if he can do that and then I can throw some money towards the auto loan. Insurance is already paid for the car and we have gas so far. So hubby did take the car out the other day he had some appointment and he took the car and he filled it up. So that came out of his personal money. So I won't have to worry about putting any kind of gas in the car for the rest of this month. All right. So maintenance, repairs, parking fees, and tolls. Those are something that I'm not worried about for the next couple weeks in this month. All right, into personal. As you can see here, I still have $22.73. There is a target on pedicure. I don't think I'm getting a pedicure this month, but I do have personal products money of $22.73. I can use this to do whatever. I think more than likely it will roll to eating out because I'm going with the kids on the road today, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get McDonald's or some kind of snacks while we're on the road. We'll see. All right, let's move down into the everyday spending section. So copay, I did pay that $35 to the copay that I have that comes in every 2 weeks. The dental, I don't have anything to pay there. Eating out, I still have $14.63. Groceries, I still have $150, which I am going grocery shopping after I take my son to the orthodontist today. So this money will be gone before the end of the day. Hopefully I can reel it in and not go over this amount because that's all the money we have here. But between the grocery money and household, that's about $200, and we will have to make that amount work for groceries to last us for the next week. So given I have $5 here, this is the tip for the barber. Heating oil, we have been doing great, you guys. I don't know what's going on. It's starting to get cold here in New York where I live, and we finally turned the heat on in the house, but we are not using too much of the heating oil. I don't know. I'm not complaining though, because this one, once it kicks in and it's going to kick my butt. So next up is medication. I have $9.42. I think I can switch this out of here because I don't know if we need any more medication between now and the rest of the month, but we will see. Propane was paid $156.84. Reimbursement and unexpected spending. We don't have any monies left there and there's nothing overspent. Now into the My Babies section. After school still have $40. The babysitter has nothing, and I don't think we won't need her next week. And I did speak to hubby earlier today, and we would need her 2 days next week, but hubby said he's gonna figure it out, so we won't need her next week either. And then the week after that is the last week of the month. So I'm not sure if we're gonna need her for the rest of this month. We'll just play this by ear. Braces was already paid. Child support was already sent for the first pay period of October. When I get paid again, I will send an additional money for my older daughter. All right, let's move down. Clothes and shoes, fund money and allowance, gifts. We don't have anything there, but haircuts still have $30. I need to take my son to the barber and get his haircut, which we will do sometime this weekend. Supplies, we don't need anything right now, so we're going to bypass that one. Now into the miscellaneous section, credit card interest. As you could see here, we did pay $364.79 in credit card interest so far. We don't have anything that's waiting for us to be paid. And the next categories are the true expenses, the save up, and I do have some savings challenge that I'm trying to do, and I'm also logging them in here in YNAB. So we're not going to talk about those categories because sinking funds is a little bit on pause right now because I can't fit it in the budget. So this is what it is. So you guys, I am sitting here still, and even for the length of the video that I have recorded so far, I'm still sitting here thinking what I should do with this $848. Should I just go ahead and throw it towards the credit card because that's what I got the money for? Or because I did pay that money on the credit card of $852 and some change, let's see, and 35 cents. Should I just go ahead and throw that $848 towards the card, or should I put it in the budget? Because mind you, we are getting another paycheck before the month is through. Our payday is on the 25th. So we will have some additional money to assign to the rest of the categories that we are lacking in funds. So I really do think I should throw this $848 towards the credit card, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw it towards Chase just so I could get this balance down. So you guys, let me know what you would do with that money. Is this what you would do, or would you go ahead and put it in the budget? Because to be honest, this was the money that was sent back from the dentist, from the dental insurance. So that's what it really is supposed to be doing. It's not supposed to go into the budget to go get lost, because that's usually what happens. I will put money into the budget and then I'm fumbling around trying to figure out how to get the money back to pay onto the credit cards that I did use or receive the money. And this is just like the money that I did charge to my card for hubby. And then he sent it back, and I was sitting around thinking, well, should I put it into the budget? And when I suggested it to him, he said to me, well, you can't say I didn't give you the money back to put on the card. So do with it what you please, but don't come crying when you're worried about where that money went. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I've ever come in here and show you guys what happens when I do make a payment on a card. So let's jump into Chase. And as you can see, there's a payment over here in green for $848. And then in these ribbons here, you can see that there's record payment. So I will hit record payment. It will already pre-populate with the date, the account that I usually paid from, and then the amount goes into the inflow for the card. So I'm going to hit save. It's going to show that it goes down to zero. it's going to reflect over here in the balance, and this is going to leave $207.62 on this Chase card. So look at that. I am almost done paying for this card. But now what I need to do, as you can see, the primary account is now in the negative because I have not transferred any money from the inflow account over. So I'm going to jump into the inflow account. It has $960.71. Let's reconcile. Yes, that's what the balances were. I'm going to add a transaction and then transfer some money over to the primary account. So there's 778 and 28 cents that I am in the negative for. So I'm going to transfer out $780 from my inflow account to the primary account. So as you can see, that covers the amount. Now I only have $1.72 in the primary account as what it's saying in YNAB. But what I do need to do though, I need to go into my app on my phone and log into my banking app and do the transfer here too, because even though the money was moved in YNAB, it is not technically moved in my bank account. So now I need to physically do that, and then we'll be on the go. And then I need to physically go into the Chase card account on the app on my phone and make that $848 payment. So I'm going to do all that, and this is where I'm going to sign out because I don't have anything else to do. So that's it for this video, you guys. I appreciate you so much for joining me. This is where we are for the month of October. Like I said, payday is not until the 25th. So we will worry about all the other bills that are here, but I did get that money to send back to the card. So that's what I'm doing. Let me know in the comments what you would do with that money. Would you pay towards the debt and clear that expense that you did charge? Or would you put it into the budget to cover some of the bills that you're still waiting to cover for your next payday? But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you to follow along with my journey. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.